Nice! Hey, hey!
Ah, thanks. Hey.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm going home.
Well then. Hmm.
Today's the 4th day already. We getting a little better at dealing with other people?
I don't know. Can't really tell.
People cannot change their deep-seated habits that easily.
Well, let's just say you've made some progress for now. Oh, stop it! You're gonna blow my cheeks off!
Man, those girls are late. Who do they think they are making us wait like this?
Hello. Please excuse us. Apologies for the lateness. We were looking at multiple items and weren't sure which to choose. Looking? Looking at what?
A swimsuit, of course, for Futaba-chan.
The swimsuit?
You don't have one, do you?
No, but...
Okay, let's have you try it on right now, then.
Now?
You can't go to the beach if you don't have a good-fitting swimsuit. We don't have much time left, you know.
But, You know what'll happen if you try and look, right?
Oh, wow, it's perfect! I'm amazed you were able to eyeball it with such accuracy on. I know, right? There we go. It's on. What the? This barely covers anything! That's normal for a swimsuit. Now, we just need to push these a little more this way. Yeah!
Push?
Are you supposed to move them with that much force? You gotta put some oomph into this stuff. There. Good to go. Whoa, even I'm impressed.
Wonder what they're doing up there.
They're having her try on the swimsuit, right? What else could they be doing?
Futaba in his swimsuit, I suspect that would make a great painting. Perhaps we should ask Makoto about it. How rude! I speak from a purely artistic standpoint.
Let it go, okay? We should just stay put.
You guys are such children.
What's with all the ruckus upstairs? Something about a swimsuit?
Yeah, we're going to the beach pretty soon, so they're trying some swimsuits out.
Futaba's going to the beach. I didn't think I'd ever see her take that much interest in going outside again.
Well then, it seems we're good to go with the swimsuit. All flattery aside, I think it looks really great. Now you just gotta get rid of those round shoulders. Come on, straighten out your back. Right.
She might be some trouble, but I hope she can make some great memories with you guys.
Nice.
Welcome.
Hey, hey! What? Yes? Can I help you? Huh? You don't necessarily have to learn from me, you know. There are other options, such as playing online. Sorry. I just can't. Well then. So... you like shogi? Like me? You're a bit strange, but... thank you. Okay, just a quick game then. 20 seconds per move, if that's alright with you. I'll start. So this is your skill level, huh? The dragon which governs the blue sky has fallen into my hands. How do you intend to survive this? Check. It's checkmate no matter how you look at it. Please concede. To concede is an act of admitting that you have lost with grace. If you aspire to become a shogi player, I recommend that you take your study of the game to heart. Thank you for playing. Well then, that will be all for today. If it's all right with you, may I request another match sometime? I feel a gambler's spirit emanating from you, which is strange, since your style of play is that of a complete novice. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. However, I will instruct you under one condition. You become my playing partner so that I can research new moves. Is that agreeable? Thank you very much. Well then, it's a deal. I'll teach you how to play, and you'll assist me with my new moves.
I think that quite advanced strategies are necessary to succeed at that many criminal acts. And yours weren't by the wit of an amateur. You had a professional who regularly deals with such tactics. You have an idea on who that is, don't you?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the star persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
All right.
Okay, let's end here for today. Thank you for today. Ah. Until next time.
So what should we do today?
Let's see. Want to eat together? You know, like how we had hot pot that one time.
That may be a good idea. It'll be a great way to strengthen our intra-squad friendships.
I can do that.
Okay, I'll take a cola and an omelet with rice. Oh, and make that a large, please.
I'd like the same. No, but this is for Futaba's sake.
Fine. You owe me, got it?
I want the same. Extra large. I ate loads.
Damn, Futaba, I'm impressed.
Indeed, your appetite is quite nice to see. I much prefer that to women who don't eat a lot.
You better not be hitting on me.
How rude!
Sojiro, help me!
Will you stop that?
So does this mean our training's going good? Let's go with that then.
Hey, let me make you guys some after-meal coffee. It's on me.
Thank you.
I want iced cocoa!
You can't handle bitter stuff either, right? Iced cocoa sound good?
Yeah, definitely. Extra cold, please.
I don't think we've ever had a lunch this lively.
It's lots of fun.
Looks like we know when we'll actually finish up now. The beach is finally within reach. Okay.
I'll start. Check. Yes.
All right.
Oh. Until next time. Okay.
You want anything, Futaba?
Orange juice, 100% natural.
That reminds me. You're going to the beach tomorrow, yeah? Go have fun. And make up for the fireworks. Just try not to cut loose too much.
Fireworks?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't know. He tried to go to a firework festival, but it got rained out. Not only did he get crushed in the crowd, but he came home looking like some kind of drowned rat.
Fireworks, huh?
Hello.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, you're...
Huh? You know each other? Wait, aren't you...
I'm Akechi.
Oh yeah, the one on TV and stuff. So what brings you here, Mr. Detective?
This place is more than I imagined it to be. The atmosphere is wonderful. No wonder Sai-san recommended it so strongly to me.
I already told her everything I know. There's nothing more I've got for you people.
Oh no, that's not my intention. I just came to enjoy some coffee.
Oh,
And she is? Oh, you must be Wakaba Ishiki's...
what'll it be?
I'll have whatever you recommend.
Coming right up.
It seems I'm unwelcome no matter where I go. Did I bother you? My apologies. Apparently, my mother was in a relationship with some lowlife of a man. She was swiftly discarded when he learned she was pregnant. That despair would lead to her death. Thanks to him, I was passed from foster home to foster home. But I do quite well by myself these days. Ah yes, Mejed. To think they'd be taken down by another hacker. I'm not sure whether Mejed was defeated by the Phantom Thieves themselves, or an avid supporter. You're Futaba-chan, right? Sai-san told me about you. Many kids your age seem to be fans of the Phantom Thieves. Do you like them too? What's the matter?
You're popular too, Ace Detective Akechi.
Thank you. Although I'd rather not be compared to people like the Phantom Thieves, if at all possible. This is delicious. You get to drink this coffee every day? I'm incredibly jealous. I would never have thought you'd be boarding at this cafe. We seem to share some kind of bond. Thank you. I believe that fate brings people together. It's strange, but talking to you is thought-provoking. Well, I think I found my go-to cafe.
wanna light fireworks. Can we? I bought some. I ran into Mona on the way back, though. I'll go get Sojiro.
I was worried, so I decided to follow her. She was able to buy everything on her own, though. If she can do that, she should be good to go. Plus, she did a great job dodging that ace detective.
Sojiro, hurry, hurry! We're gonna have a firework festival!
Oh, hold on, Futaba. I haven't even put out my cigarette yet.
Come on! Don't get the smoke on me!
Super double move! Whee!
Will you listen to...
Hey, the cat doesn't like the smoke. Keep the flames away from him.
Dang! I made a huge one! Sojiro, look! Look!
Right. It's just be careful, okay? Memories of summer, huh?
Okie dokie. I'm gonna do 10 now!
No! Make sure you keep an eye on her. It's tough enough going solo, let alone watching over someone else. Still, going to enjoy the beach. We can finally have a good time.
Oh. Good evening. Yes. What? What's this? What?
All right.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Futaba will be in your care today. Make sure you don't let any dudes try to hit on her. Good. As long as you understand. I'll be counting on you.
hey, can we go already?
Are you sure you'll be all right?
It's just a day trip. Don't underestimate me.
Right. Sorry. Guess I just have to let it go. Have fun, but be careful, you two.
Oh, man, it's packed.
Sorry for the wait.
Got a better opinion of me now? What? Cat got your tongue? Come on.
Are we messing around?
What?
This is perfect!
There's nothing perfect about that. Stay still for a second. You'll be just fine.
Oh, it's so hot.
There's a lot of people here. Are you okay, Futaba? I'm fine. You guys are here. It's almost lunchtime. No! The squid's staring at me!
It's cooked, so don't worry. Would you even eat squid if I'm not around?
Why don't we eat lunch too?
I'll go get some stuff for us then.
You're eating that even here?
My staple food.
This should be a familiar flavor. Yet how does it taste so good?
What's up, Makoto? You ain't eating much. Not feeling well or something?
You just don't get it, do you, Ryuji? When a girl's in a swimsuit, she wants to look as slim as possible. Still, you're worrying too much. Did you make sure to eat breakfast?
Mona lacks tact.
So, what do we do now? Should we play some beach volleyball?
Oh, sorry. Us girls already made plans to ride a banana boat. We could only rent a 3-person one. Sorry.
Wait, then what about us?
Keep an eye on our stuff.
Hell no! Why you gotta treat us like that? We're celebrities making headlines. You should treat us better.
I do think they're not bad in the metaverse, but in reality... Strange, isn't it? They can steal treasures, but they don't seem like they can steal a girl's heart at all.
But, Lady Ann...
Can we get to the banana boat already? Oh, sorry. We'll go now. We'll switch when we're done. Keep an eye on our stuff for us. Banana! Banana! Ah, the sand's wet! It's dangerous if you run around like that.
Damn it! You don't get how amazing we are. We risk our lives being Phantom Thieves. There's no way we're the same as other guys around here. Shouldn't we be having more good times in reality, too? No, we're special. Don't you agree, Yusuke?
Well, if you put it that way, you may be right.
Ann and the others don't get it because they're always around us.
Hey, how do we get Lady Ann to notice how amazing we are as Phantom Thieves?
Well, you gotta steal you-know-what. Ann made fun of us and all? Let's show her what we're really made of.
I see. I just need to prove my skills in reality as well.
Let's steal all the hearts with the skills we've honed as Phantom Thieves. I'm sure girls will be all over us considering the vibes we give off.
Very well, let's do this. Pulling off our work in reality doesn't sound bad.
It's settled then. So, Mona, you're in charge of watching over our stuff, okay?
Huh?
All right, let's hurry up and go.
Hey, what the hell? Get back here! Don't leave me behind!
I don't know. The ocean just looks kind of bland to me. Don't say that like I'm the only one who messed up. We were going at it as a team, right?
Did someone follow us here? Something tells me we're being watched.
Really? You think one of those girls changed her mind?
OMG, it's the Golden Boy himself! And he's already got his own little entourage. We really did teach him right, didn't we?
You? Oh no. What are you guys doing here?
Sometimes we just gotta get out of the city, forget the nightlife, breathe fresh air, enjoy some eye candy. We thought we lost our protege. Who would have guessed our vacay was actually the call of fate? Oh, what's with the look? Don't believe in fate? Or did you really not have fun last time? You gonna tell us you saw yourself in all that chiffon and felt nothing?
I don't think I felt what you guys were hoping.
Oh, honey, I get it. Everyone's nervous when they first start out. But trust me, you'll make their jaws drop. Just an hour at the Vanity, 3 hours at the boutique, and we can just pick up where we left off last time. So, are you ready to steal some hearts?
We gotta go. Sorry.
Was it something I said? Oh, what a tragedy. Another starlet slips through our fingers.
No more makeovers. By the way, where's Yusuke?
So this is where you two were. I've been searching for you.
What are you doing with those lobsters?
While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on sale, and so I decided to spend the last of my money on them.
Man, you're real hopeless when it comes to cash. Wait, you were watching us? Why didn't you help?
Apologies, but I was entranced. The moment I set eyes on this distinct shape, I was in love. I haven't had my very core shaken as vigorously as this since the first time on entered my gaze.
We're your friends.
Come on, don't lie to us, baby. How about you come for a nice cruise on our boat?
There's going to be a party, too. Tons of celebrities and industry people will be coming along.
Are you even listening to us?
Sorry about the wait.
Huh, so you were serious about being here with friends?
That's what we've been saying from the start.
Don't you find it boring spending your time with kids like them?
It's far more interesting than anything involving you two.
What was that?
Hey, let's just let the children have fun with fellow children. We'll be going now.
What creeps?
Thanks for coming in like that. Those guys just wouldn't stop pestering us. To be honest, I was nearly at my wit's end.
By the way, where are Futaba and Morgana?
Ooh, are those lobsters? One in each hand! I was wondering about that myself.
Are you going to make them into sashimi? Or perhaps roast them whole?
Enough of your vile postulations. These are purely for the sake of visual appreciation.
We did tons of stuff today. All in all, I guess coming to the beach was pretty worth it.
We should probably start heading home.
Agreed. Let's pack up.
Futaba seemed fine in the crowd, too. So it looks like she's overcome her last exercise.
Hey, Futaba! We're going home! Stop standing around and help us!
You know, all this time, I thought that it was my fault that my mom died.
Uh-huh.
It's because everyone said that I killed her. Everyone looked at me thinking I was a murderer. I ended up hating this world. That's why I shut myself in and covered my ears. I wished my mom would come back to life. Sometimes I'd wake up and think it was all a dream. But nothing had changed in the world. That's why I'd sleep again. It'd be a repeat of that. I loved my mom. I wanted to become like her. How she'd work late into the night. How she'd wake up early and make me a boxed lunch every day. How she'd do her best to further her research. How she'd scold me for peeking at her notes.
It was cognitive science, wasn't it?
The cognitive world can become distorted through desires. If it becomes distorted, a person begins exhibiting problematic behavior in reality. That cognitive world disappears when you remove its core, and further problematic actions stop.
Isn't that about palaces?
That's the metaverse! She knew about that?
It made no sense back then. But now I understand, after it actually happened to me. All I thought about was my mom. I was trapped in a cognitive labyrinth. I couldn't get out of it. There was nothing I could do by myself.
That's why you asked us to steal your heart? That's a huge jump in logic in so many ways.
At first, I didn't believe the rumors about the Phantom Thieves, that they steal hearts. But I overheard you accidentally. I learned that you were near me.
Overheard? Ah, the bug. So why were you listening in on LeBlanc in the first place?
I had to keep an eye on Sojiro, make sure he was actually working.
Talk about an awful hobby.
You talked about stealing hearts. When I heard that, I was so happy I jumped up and down. I thought, maybe the Phantom Thieves could cure my heart.
You could have just told us from the start.
You might have been wary of me if I asked out of nowhere. And besides, you could have been bad guys. That's why I cautiously got in contact with you. I checked many times to see how you'd react.
Yes. You had us twisted around your little finger.
But Futaba, you didn't talk to anyone besides Boss for a long time, right? You must have needed a lot of courage to contact the Phantom Thieves.
There were two reasons for it. One was Medjed's taunt. The Phantom Thieves were so pitiful it frustrated me. I would have been in trouble if they got disbanded too.
Indeed. You were our only hope.
The other was what I heard through wiretapping LeBlanc. Sojiro was being blamed with lies, like abusing me. He was being threatened to spill everything about my mom.
Talk about making shit up.
It made me sad, and it hurt. I thought, I have to save Sojiro. I gotta do something.
So that's why.
The Phantom Thieves. I didn't think you guys would be taking such risks for me. I didn't think you'd worry about me so much. I'm sorry that I acted like I doubted you guys.
Do you believe in us now?
Yeah, I can tell. You aren't bad guys. That's why I have a request. Let me join your team.
There's nothing to join. You're already one of us.
I'll be honest. Changing people's hearts isn't my goal. I want to learn what happened to my mom. The reason why she was killed.
Killed?
It was written in her notes. Should the self in the cognitive world die, the self in the real world would lose consciousness.
Is this about mental shutdowns?
Then the criminal that Kaneshiro mentioned.
Yes. That could be the case. I don't like pursuing this line of thought. But perhaps your mother's shadow was...
I don't know for sure. But right before my mom died, she didn't seem right.
In what way?
No matter how much I talked to her, she wouldn't answer back. And she didn't jump into the road, it was more like she collapsed and fell in. That's why I thought what was written in the notes was real, and looked into it. I read books, checked theses that were released online. I even snuck into the networks of various research labs to look at their classified data.
That's why you're good at hacking. What kind of brain do you have?
But I didn't figure anything out. My mom's research was nowhere to be found. She was killed by someone, and her research was treated like it never existed. I bet it's them. Those adults in the black suits who read the fake suicide note. I'll never forgive them.
Futaba.
If I stay with you guys, I think I can find out more about that world. Then eventually, it might even lead to those men in black. It's a super personal reason why I want to join you. Is that okay? Or would I just be dead weight?
If anything, you're dependable. Ain't that right, Mona?
Why are you looking at me? Are you trying to say I'm inadequate?
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Hey, that's inexcusable!
This is what our Phantom Thieves are like. But I hope we get along, Futaba.
Thanks.
Let's leave those two be. Why don't we lose no time and decide on Futaba's codename?
What's that?
It's not cool if we called each other by our real names.
Joker, Skull, Mona, Panther, Queen, and I'm Fox.
In Futaba's case, Hacker wouldn't be right, would it?
Mech?
PC?
No.
Why don't we go literal and call her Goggles?
Super lame. You've got no taste, kitty.
In your face.
Do you have any good ideas for Futaba's codename?
I'll curse you. What would you want it to be, Futaba?
Oracle. With my vision, I'll guide you all to victory.
Sounds great!
Then Futaba will be Oracle.
But man, I never even dreamed that the rumored Phantom Thieves would be so close.
Same goes to you. To think you'd be the daughter of a metaverse researcher. Talk about a mysterious fate.
Should we get going then?
Yep, let's go home.
Yes. The incident with Medjed seems to have been more effective than predicted. This should spur the Phantom Thieves' support even more now. I agree. There are effective ways to use the Phantom Thieves. Now would be the best time to dispose of unnecessary trash, whether they're connected to us or not. Hey.
Damn it, Ryuji. You always find the worst possible things to say. Hmm.
Huh? Good evening. Um... Oh... Sorry. Actually,
All right.
I look forward to it. Until next time.
Oh, hey, I know this is out of the blue, but, like, could we all meet up at LeBlanc tomorrow? I mean, August is almost over already.
That worried tone. Could he still have summer vacation homework left to do?
Was that Morgana? Whoa, how did he know?
I actually called it.
Anyway, I've already hit up Makoto and the others. I'll be counting on you to get me through this tomorrow.
You gotta be kidding. Might as well get some sleep while we can. That black thing was... me? That can't be true. I'm supposed to be human. I should be. If we get rid of the distortion in the depths of mementos, I'm sure it'll all be fine. Sorry, did I wake you up? Oh, my sunburns were hurting and that woke me up. I was absorbing all the sunlight because I'm black. Don't you get it? Oh, I'm not sure what to do when you give me an honestly concerned response like that. By the way, it's not like I'm bothered by this or anything, but hypothetically speaking, okay? What would you do if I turned out to be some weird... thing? I'd be bothered by it! If what I saw from earlier is true, is it okay for me to stay with the Phantom Thieves? And even if I'm with the team, I'm useless at the moment. It's nothing. Well, I've gotten pretty used to my life as a cat, too. And to be frank, this storage room isn't bad either. Then again, I can't wait to turn back to being a human so I can move out. Maybe I'll live a life of luxury in a suite on the highest floor. But rather than becoming some weird thing, maybe staying as a cat isn't so bad either. You and me made a deal, yeah? That means I can stay here. Isn't that right? Thought so. Don't forget what you just said, okay?
All right.
Come on. Let's hurry up and get to sleep. Night. It'll be fine, right?
Oh, I'm done.
As for me, I'm done for.
Talk about a cliched way to end your summer vacation. I can't believe you hadn't even touched your homework until last night.
Well, everyone's free to spend their time as they choose. I guess some people just can't help themselves.
I'm sorry.
Come on, I think he's learned his lesson. More importantly, why don't you folks take a break?
Boss! Oh, you're a lifesaver.
I'm gonna go pick up some groceries. Mind the shop for a bit.
The sports club has aggressively applied kinesthesiology to the team's practices. By incorporating their lab's findings on human efficiency into the training regimen, they have developed a...
Oh, that reminds me. Isn't there a female athlete from our own school who's made the news?
An athlete? Oh, do you mean the one in gymnastics?
Yeah, her! The one everyone's saying is super cute.
Oh yeah, Yoshizawa, right? Wasn't she gonna be in the summer meet? Or is that already over?
Ah, about that.
Makoto?
Well, I just happened to overhear a couple teachers discussing it when I was heading to school the other day. Yoshizawa-san's results in the meet, they weren't exactly stellar.
I see.
There seemed to have been a great many people expecting her success there. It's gotta be tough for her.
Yeah. Ain't there one more meet left this year in gymnastics, though? Shit must be rough right now. But if she can nail that one, who cares what anybody at school says?
Oh, that also reminds me. So, I just so happened to bump into Mishima-kun before summer vacation started.
And?
He seemed really mad. I asked him what was wrong, and he showed me some posts on an underground site about our school. It pretty much said the school's planning to abandon any honors student who isn't actively making Shujin look better.
Whoa, wait a sec.
There was no name, and it sounded like just another rumor at first. But could this be about Yoshizawa-san?
Who knows? Still, ever since the case with Kamoshida, the school's been frantically trying to improve its public image, right? At the very least, this abandonment of honor students would fall in line with the school's real mission. I can't deny the possibility that they would do this to Yoshizawa-san.
They dump all their hopes onto their athletes, and if they don't cut the mustard, they're out like the rest of the trash, huh?
Regardless of whether it's true or not, such behavior is extremely self-serving.
Just like we thought this whole time. There's still tons of shit wrong with society.
Yeah, we don't know what'll happen to Yoshizawa's spot on the team, but at the very least, we can keep up our efforts to prevent the worst case scenario.
Next up, our spotlights on a topic everyone's talking about, the Phantom Thieves incidents. The Phantom Thieves shocked the world by silencing a globally notorious hacktivist group. Their popularity goes beyond our own borders, with foreign media following them closely as well. Many are heralding them as dark heroes and gentlemen thieves for a new age.
Whoa, this is getting pretty crazy. So the whole world really knows about us.
Man, it's hot.
I don't know. I don't even remember how I first learned about mementos. Hey, hey!
All right.
I see. Nice.
You got time right now? All right then.
I never expected what happened to Futaba's mother would be connected to those incidents in the city. We can't leave this be. Though this scoundrel has the same power as us, they're triggering people's mental shutdowns. If they truly exist, who can stop them? Only us. This is getting interesting. We've got a new addition to the team, so it's time I flex my veteran skills. What's up?
Hey, get ready. We're going out for lunch. Just the three of us. You don't have any plans, right? Just come on. It'll be my treat. Not only can Futaba go out now, but your summer break's almost over. We gotta do something.
I asked especially for sushi. You better be thankful. This place is supposed to be super delicious, too.
Sushi? Take me with you! I didn't get to eat the takeout sushi last time, remember?
Man, that thing never stops meowing, does it? What, at the restaurant? I do feel sorry for it, though. Well, I guess I don't mind bringing some sushi home.
He knows me so well! Let's see. I want some medium fat tuna, fatty tuna, salmon roe, anago, and... Oh, are you gonna be able to remember all this? You might want to take notes.
So, how is it? Good?
Delicious!
Don't wolf it down like that. Look, no one's gonna take your food. What did I tell you? Drink some tea.
Restroom!
Huh? Oh, restrooms. They're that way. What a busy girl. Back in the day, she, her mother, and I used to go eat out often. This brings back memories. I had completely forgotten about it, too.
That was close. I thought I was gonna die. Well, time to resume.
You're still going to eat?
I'm all full. I'm throwing in the towel.
Which is it? I'm gonna use the restroom and then pay the bill. Check, please.
Coming right up.
When I got into middle school, my mom and Sojiro took me out to eat sushi to celebrate. That sushi was so good. Today's was pretty good too. I hope the three of us can come again sometime. When should we do this again? I wish she could have had today's sushi too. I want to find out what happened to Mom. I won't forgive the guy who triggered her mental shutdown. So, you better help me out.
120,000 yen? You're joking, right?
Looks like we won't be getting sushi to go.
Welcome home! I've been waiting for you! Huh? Wait, where's my sushi? Where's my fatty tuna? Where's my inago? So that's why. Wait, we're meeting in Akihabara? Is Futaba really going to be okay? We'd better get over there.
All right.
Is this where we're supposed to be meeting? Is she not here? Try checking around.
Are you all by yourself? Where did you come from?
Hey, over there.
Did you run away from home? What's wrong, little girl?
That looks bad. What are you gonna do? Yeah, hurry up!
Well, can you come down to the station with me for now? Huh? Who are you?
Hey!
Do you know this girl? You're not lying, are you? Very well.
Futaba? Are you okay?
Sorry. I thought I conquered my fears back at the beach.
What happened?
There wasn't anyone I knew with me, so I panicked. Felt like my heart was gonna pop. I got so scared all by myself. Then I just sort of curled up into a ball. Then all these people started staring at me, and the police came, and then it was all over.
Look, Futaba. If you're ever in trouble, just call this guy.
Okay. I feel kinda calm when we're this close. You're okay being like this, right?
We're running a sale today. Care to see our new items?
Maybe. Couldn't even go buy a game by myself. I'm a failure.
Futaba.
But I'm okay outside as long as it's with him. Is he some kind of key item? Please, be my key item. I'll try and get better at navigation if you do.
Come in.
Yeah, a deal. Is that good with you?
Come in. We're running.
We were impressed with the intel gathering skills of the Phantom Thieves as well. We also know that this would have been impossible unless you had a skilled hacker. Who was doing this?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the hermit persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
All right.
All right, now that that's over with, let's go.
Where?
Need, buy, game.
Weren't you bawling your eyes out just a second ago?
Yeah, but I have my key item now. Victory conditions met. Come on, let's roll.
Welcome home. Where were you two?
Akihabara.
What? That's incredible, Futaba.
I guess.
I just hope you can keep that up. Maybe you'll even be able to go to high school someday.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough of that. Oh, I bet you're exhausted after dealing with all those people, huh? Let's get you to bed. Hey, we're gonna head back.
Hey!
Nice. Okay.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Well then.
Listen up, inmate. Our master wants a word with you.
It seems you formed a contract with another new ally. This is the owner of quite a different type of power. It will help guide you all to further heights as thieves. Worry not. You are steadily approaching the realization of your goal. This is not necessarily to prove so, but I shall increase the number of personas you can hold at once. From here on, your tale will make great progress. Hone your powers even further, and prepare for the time that will soon come. I expect great things from you.
All right.
Until we meet again.
It is time, inmate. Return to your world.
Morning.
Ooh, a uniform. Make sure you study hard.
Futaba says she's going to shift to living a morning person's life.
A healthy mission starts with a healthy lifestyle.
Mission?
And on to breaking news. In regard to the so-called Phantom Thieves events that have been a hot topic among the general public, the Prime Minister held a press conference at his official residence to address the problem.
The government acknowledges the current rumors of the group called the Phantom Thieves. We are currently confirming facts with the police and wish to deal with it in an appropriate...
Even the Prime Minister's talking about the Phantom Thieves?
They're allies of justice, after all.
They change hearts, huh? I wonder if it's true.
Looks like we're finally being recognized across the country. Even though you have ambitions, you remain cool, I bet you stole that from me. Let's find clues on that case as soon as we can, too. And resolve it ourselves. For Futaba's sake, too.
You two really get along, don't you? You're gonna be late if you don't get going soon.
Good luck on your student duties.
The age group with the most belief in the Phantom Thieves seems to be teenagers. We've even received messages about how the Phantom Thieves are all students talk about these days.
Do you know about them? They're the only thing my daughter speaks to me about. She's been glued to this fan site thing. I thought it was just an ordinary website.
Lately, they've added a polling feature to ask who you'd like to see have a change of heart. Given people's heightened expectations, it's been receiving a lot of votes.
Huh. Maybe I should go vote for our company president. Change his heart so he'll raise our salaries. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh, it's all over.
The Phantom Thieves are great!
Second term's already started. I think this every year, but isn't summer vacation too short? It's like it always ends right when you get used to a life without school. Then again, I guess we had some fun things this year.
All right, let's begin homeroom. Let's see. We've just gotten back from vacation, but starting next Monday is the school trip.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You students are so lucky. You get an entire month off for summer and get to go to Hawaii, too. Make sure that none of you cut loose too much, okay? Okay, settle down. That concludes homeroom.
A school trip, huh? I guess we won't be able to act as Phantom
Takamaki-san! You can speak English, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's amazing.
I lived over there, so it's nothing that special.
Hey, if there's something we're not sure of in English, can we ask you about it?
Huh?
There you guys are.
Futaba! Did you come here by yourself?
I went to get her since I got out of school early.
What a patronizing Inari.
Well then, let's get talking. What do we do now? Should we go after another big target?
That's important too, but what about that villain in the cognitive world?
It's almost certain that this person exists. What's more, they're inducing mental shutdowns. We certainly can't turn a blind eye.
Yeah, but we don't got any clues. But, you know how we're toads popular right now? Everyone at school's talking about us, and not a day goes by when you don't hear about it on TV either. We totally made it big, don't you think?
True. The rankings on the Phantom Aficionado website have been crazy too.
You mean this?
Huh? What the hell? First place keeps changing by the second.
People are voting around the clock, after all.
If we go after these guys, I'm sure we'll score some big cash at least once. What would you use money like that for? Acting all stoic like that ain't cool, you know.
Are you fine with that, Futaba? Even though it's related to what happened to your mother.
It's not okay. I'm definitely gonna punch that guy.
The culprit forcing mental shutdowns. If you think about it, there's no bigger target than that. If we can change his heart and get a confession out of him, we'll be on top of the world for real. Should we reveal our identities then? Oh, I bet chicks are gonna be all over us.
Whoa, whoa! You want us to show our faces? I guess that might be okay.
I see. If the true culprit confesses, the existence of the metaverse will become known. There would be no need for us to remain in hiding in such a questionable manner.
Hey, we're not doing this to stand out, you know.
Being unknown is the allure of being a phantom thief.
But considering the hype now, it's gonna be one hell of a huge deal if we pull it off.
Are there really no clues regarding those mental shutdown cases? If I remember right, wasn't the older Nijima sister investigating it?
Yes, I can pry and ask about it. But she'll just tell me to mind my own business and get angry with me.
If you can't ask her, wanna just extract that data? Does she have a personal laptop or something?
Don't tell me.
I can lend you a storage device with my special gimmick on it. Just stick this baby in and it'll clone the internal hard drive. It'll even bypass the OS password. You'll have to plug it directly into her laptop, though. Can you do it?
Sis does bring her laptop home sometimes, but I'm not comfortable going that far.
Ooh, is Futaba gonna do something amazing again?
Are you scared of seeing how your sister truly feels?
No! Of course not. Fine, I'll do it.
What? I was in a tabloid magazine? But I gave a gag order in regard to Mr. Kamoshida's case. Please, wait! Please give me some time! I will find evidence on the Phantom Thieves for sure. I couldn't have made it this far had it not been for your assistance, sir. So, please, please let me... no! No!
Let's leave this to Makoto. I'm sure she'll be able to pull it off.
Hey,
should write something.
Wonderful.
Wish I could join the Phantom Thieves.
Oh! What would you like?
I had no idea.
Is that true? Amazing! Oh, great!
You're kidding, right? Not bad.
Tell me it's true. Why is it always me? Is that true? That's not. Amazing.
My, that's great.
Oh,
Can't be true. Really?
You're kidding.
Very nice.
Well then,
What should I do?
Yes!
goodbye.
Huh. Did you get a tan? You seem different. Oh, yes. Thank you for the coffee last time. It is a lovely cafe. I haven't relaxed that much in a while. That's nice of you to say, especially lately, since it seems I'm hated by those who support the Phantom Thieves. Anyhow, it seems your school's in trouble. The media is reporting that the whole school was involved in the cover-up about that gym teacher. Those unfortunate students were made victims, all because adults valued their own conveniences. This is unforgivable, no matter the reason. Let me know if you need anything. I'll do my best so that the case is wrapped up quickly.
Hey!
What up? Did you see that ad in the train? The media's gonna come to our school. At least be a little interested in it. cover-up by faculty and principal of Shujin Academy, where the Phantom Thieves first appeared. It's been a huge deal already. I wonder what's gonna happen to the principal now. Anyways, we made the right choice going after big targets. Everywhere I go, people are talking about us. Whoa!
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm fine. That girl just now, don't you think she was fine? The Phantom Thieves are on fire right now, so I wonder if I got a chance if I asked her out? It sucks that I can't just say I'm actually a Phantom Thief to anybody.
Did you do it too, Teach? The whole cover-up thing?
This is the first time I'm hearing about it, too. Even if the police ask you anything, you better not make irresponsible comments to them. Seriously, why does this keep happening? All my relatives are gonna call me again. Oh, perfect timing. I think you might have been told this already, but it's about the school trip. You know how the police have been coming to the school again because of that incident? So, a number of the senior faculty are going to be called in for questioning, and that day just happens to overlap with the school trip.
Yes, I've been told so.
Now, this came up at the faculty meeting, but the plan is to have third years to act as our proxies. I'm so sorry to drop this on you, Nijima-san, but we'll be counting on you.
What?
You know, a lot of the second years this year happen to be unique. You must have your hands full with the entrance exams, but I'm sure you'll be fine with your grades. Don't worry. There'll be a couple more people going besides you.
If that's the case, very well.
Really? Oh, thank goodness. I'll go ahead and pass this news on then.
I guess that works out.
Listen this time, okay?
Man.
Hey, are you listening? Pay attention!
Well then.
Hmm?
What would you like? Here.
Oh! Oh!
Phantom Thieves are the coolest.
Hey,
I don't think so.
I want to meet the Phantom Thieves. See you.
I don't feel like doing anything.
Hey, Doctor, does it matter who likes someone first?
What are you talking about?
There's a boy I like, but my friend told me that I have to let her have him because she liked him first.
Oh, that's not true.
Really? Then why did she say that?
Likely because she's jealous of you. Just be careful because it might result in pandemonium.
Pandemonium?
That girl's gotten a lot better. So much so, in fact, that now she's gossiping. She even comes in on days she doesn't have to. It appears she's nearly fully recovered. Which reminds me, the new medicine will be completed soon. Your data has been extremely helpful due to your generic body type and bland health history. You've been a splendid guinea pig. I mean, participant. So, thanks again. By the way, how have I been doing? Have I been helpful? For your escapades with the Phantom Thieves, I mean. Come on. You and I both know that you were lying about needing to prepare for the entrance exams. I visited Oyamata in jail. A swing of fortunes like that could have only come at the hands of the Phantom Thieves. And to have it happen when it did, isn't the only logical conclusion to think that it's you? Well, I don't care. The point is that without you, I wouldn't have been able to complete my mission. I would have never finished the new medicine while I was being deceived by Oyamata, and I would have never met any of the townspeople. I bet the Phantom Thieves save people in need, just like doctors do, huh? So, I'll go out on a limb for you. I'll have even more powerful medicine ready for you. I trust that you'll use them appropriately.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of death, granting thee infinite power.
All right. All right.
I'm not gonna give them to you for free, though. So you better make some money in the name of justice. Now go. Take care.
Hey.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what comes of this. Hey, hey! What do you want to do? Oh! Okay.
Really? Tell me it's true. Looking good.
My? That can't be.
You got me.
Hi! My, is that the case? My, is that so? I had no idea. That's a little hard to believe.
Wow.
Oh.
There's no way. I want to go home.
Dearie me.
Oh? You want to hear my story, right?
That can't be true. Cheers!
Welcome.
Overtime just won't end. Unbelievable. Oh, really? Why is it always me? Very nice.
Is that so?
Hmm?
They've really done it now. I'm tired of this. Is that true? So that's what happened.
Oh my!
No way.
That's unbelievable.
I can't believe it. Seems so. Oh yeah?
Oh my!
Oh, you know?
Hey, inmate! You'd like to read the compendium? Read here. Is this what you want? Are you a fool? This persona is already with you. You want to register it? You'd like to register this? Are you sure? You'd like to register this? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? You'd like to register this? Are you sure? These are the paths you have walked. Is this what you want? This persona? This persona? A fee is required. This is your power. Is this what you want? You'll withdraw this persona? Then accept this persona. This persona? The inmate needs our guide. You wish to perform an execution. Let us begin the search. You can't handle this. Do you really need this? Do you really need this? Do you really need this? Will this truly help you? Will this truly help you? Now choose! You can't handle this. Will this truly help you? Will this truly help you? You can't handle this. You can't handle this. You can't handle this. You can't handle this. Will this truly help you? Excessive power only. Excessive power only. You can't handle this. Power requires sacrifice. Do not expect much power from this. Is that enough?
This is the power you will gain. Then let us begin.
You change your mind? Are you finished? What? No slacking off!
Tell me it's true.
What would you like? Yeah. Thank you very much. Now then. Now then. Whoa. Congratulations. Please come again. I knew you could do it. Nice.
All right.
Want to head back?
Hi!
Looks like you're busy.
I'm listing up the evidence that's been taken into storage. It's a chore that any part-timer could do. I don't have time to waste on something like this. It felt like my irritation would show on my face at the office, so I brought it home.
Sorry to hear.
The Phantom Thieves case isn't so easy that I could pursue it in my spare time. The media keeps making a ruckus about it, so people have been wary whenever we make inquiries. Why I couldn't get anything out of a man who seemed to have intel. I even tried threatening him. All I did was question him a bit harshly.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'll be going on a school trip starting next week. The senior faculty are being questioned, so I'll be going in their stead.
Sounds good to me. The school will owe you for it. It won't get in the way of your entrance exams, will it?
Not at all. Feel free to take a bath first. I need to study.
Okay. I think I'll do that.
This should do it, right?
Oh, Makoto? Yes?
I want to change my toothbrush.
I bought a new one already. It's on the shelf.
Thanks.
Hurry. No way already? That was fast.
I'm not really in the mood to relax in the tub.
Oh, it's so close to being done, too. Oh, sis?
What is it?
I bought a new bath salt. It's on the same shelf, so would you mind putting it in the tub?
Not at all.
Yes.
Looks like it went well. I wonder what we'll find. Oh, before that, we should get over to school.
Seriously?
Oh, yes.
Ah, let's see how you're doing.
This is it.
Oh, not bad.
No way.
What?
Nice going!
Here you go. I think I did it right.
Leave it to me.
Whoa, you grabbed all these? Are they for Hawaii?
If we're gonna lay low, we might as well enjoy it. Oh, look at this one! Gigantic sea turtle sightseeing on some beach.
Come on, food's more important than some turtle. You really don't find steak this big and thick in Japan. Also, mahi-mahi? Is that some kind of fish? Think it's good?
It seems that it's the season for schools all around. We're going on our school trip as well.
Yeah? Where are you guys going?
I believe it's Los Angeles.
That doesn't bet you wanted to go somewhere like Nikko or Nara.
Anywhere is acceptable. After all, the mineral pigments used for Japanese art were originally imported.
Hawaii and Los Angeles, huh? Which would you want to go to? But Los Angeles is hard to give up too. I mean, don't I seem like an LA guy? Like a total gangsta?
That makes no sense at all.
Hawaii is more of a resort place than LA, so I'd rather go there.
So we won't be seeing each other for a while.
We'll make sure to buy a souvenir for you.
Ooh, here comes some interesting data. This is just from a quick glance, but it says perpetrated and connected.
It means that mental shutdowns aren't coincidence. That this is a case with a culprit behind it.
Actually, it's not just about people having shutdowns. Looks like she's inferring that the psychotic breakdown incidents are connected to the same case.
Go Makoto, sis!
How long do you think it'll take to analyze all of it?
There's a lot, so it's not happening overnight. But I'll manage by the time you guys get back. I demand souvenirs from Hawaii and LA for my reward.
I don't really get all this, but you're as amazing as always, Futaba. I guess it's called an information war? Oh, it's so high-tech and modern. Kinda reminds me of a movie.
We're the Phantom Thieves, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, I can turn into a car and stuff too.
Come on, don't try and compete with her.
What did you say?
You're fine the way you are, Morgana. Like, you're cheeky cute?
Cute? Lady Ann,
Well, we'll continue this when we get back from the trip. I can't wait to see how much the Phantom Thieves' popularity has increased by then.
Okay.
No idea. Of course. That's a little hard to believe. Amazing.
Oh, man.
What is it?
No way. Man, is that true?
My, that's great. Oh my, really?
Hi!
I had no idea.
Let's go. Ha! Yeah? Don't say stupid shit like that. Sorry. Hey. All right. Later.
Hi!
Nasty gamer. It's definitely possible he'll exist in Mementos. Mishima said he's at the arcade on Central Street, right? Let's go see what this is all about. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Everyone's here. Hey, hey! Whoa. Hey, hey!
Are you for real? It's great.
So cool.
What do you want to do?
Oh, yeah! Let's see. I appreciate it.
Okay. What do you want to do? Right.
Amazing!
Here.
You did great.
Nice. Want to head back?
Ah, you're back.
I support the Phantom Thieves.
Oh yeah. No way. Seriously? Tell me it's true.
Take your time.
Are you serious? That's hilarious. Oh yeah? No way, man. That's too cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's fine, isn't it? Awesome, right? That's too funny. Really? That's off the hook.
Hey, isn't it pretty amazing?
This is hot.
Crazy, right?
What's up with that? I bet. Amazing.
Oh!
Let's have some fun.
Oh! Oh!
That's so awesome. This is the best. Oh yeah.
That's the way it's gotta be. Okay. What are your thoughts? Then...
All right.
That's wild!
Nice work, Phantom Thieves!
I don't get it.
Yep.
The Phantom Thieves are great!
The Phantom Thieves are great!
Exhausted.
Okay. It appears everyone is here.
Yo! Yo! Hey, hey!
Wish I could join the Phantom Thieves. Phantom Thieves are just amazing.
What do you want to do?
Oh, yeah. The thing is... You did great.
How are you feeling? Hey! Right. Wanna head back?
Hey.
Oh, honey.
Hey! Oh?
Shit. Damn it.
All right.
Well then.
I wonder how much longer this heat will continue. It's exhausting. You know the rankings that are popular nowadays. Are you interested in them too? You're not interested. Are you the type to go against the trend? Did you know my name is listed too? It's apparently due to my recent disapproval of the group. Before I knew it, I'd turned into a bona fide villain. Still, I thought that if I became a target, I could figure out their methods. The idea was appealing when I thought about it. Of course, there's no guarantee I'd be safe. You should check out the list sometime. Well, talking anymore will make us late. See you later.
It's all over the news.
Okay, let's get started. how about you?
This is it.
Right. You see...
No way.
Sheesh.
What?
Nice going!
Well, see you.
Ah.
Okay.
We're all here.
Listen up!
I am in favor.
Very well.
Listen up!
Okay.
Very well.
Listen up!
Okay.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
It's gotten even bigger.
This happened because we stole another treasure, right?
I feel like it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
I don't think Mementos' territorial expansion is caused by us stealing a treasure. I bet it's things like the number of searches for Phantom Thieves, the ranking of trending words, and the access counter on Mishima's website and stuff. Even now, it's slowly expanding.
The more we become the topic of conversation, the more Memento spreads?
Maybe it's the other way around.
What do you mean?
We're the ones expanding it. Or perhaps Mementos grants further passage as we become more prevalent in the general public's cognition.
Like, getting free admission for being popular?
That's rather well put.
For real? That's amazing! Actually, you're amazing, Futaba! How'd you figure that out?
Piece of cake. I didn't know at all. What have I been doing?
Time for work. The start is important, so let's...
All right, let's get moving. All right, let's get moving.
Joker.
What is the matter? It looks like... I understand.
Well then.
Then... Then... Oh! Okay, let's go.
Sorry.
Looks like we got ourselves a tough guy. Too late to back out.
Come! Doors of Hades!
A hard lock for both of us.
I'll use my persona! Okay,
Persona!
Now! I shall be yours!
Persona! Eat this!
Let's go.
There! A hard lock for both of us!
Persona! Prepare yourself!
Let's go. With beauty and grace. I lend it!
How's that? I shall be yours!
This one!
Persona! Ravage them! A hard lock for
I'll
both
use
of
my
us.
persona!
I shall be
Persona!
your opponent.
Persona! Hey!
A hard lock for both of
Persona!
us.
Asterius Picaro! This fight
Persona! No holds barred!
Just end it.
Let's go.
die!
How dare you!
What have I done?
All right.
Let's do it.
We made it to the platform! We can get...
A chest! A top!
Joker, there's a treasure.
Sitting in a sunny patch on a clear day, those are the most peaceful times for me.
I'm so jealous, Mona. You have all this freedom and time to yourself.
There's the platform. There's a chest! Joker, let's open it! Oh! Wouldn't...
I've
We
got
got the advantage. Don't rush this.
it. Let's go. This fight.
Joker beat 2 enemies! Persona! Like that! Good work, Queen!
Victory is ours.
Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Spotted us? Okay, let's not... Okay.
Indeed.
Payback time, kid!
Persona!
Can I beat that loser? Squeal like a pig! Amazing, Panther!
Let's go.
Beat him up! Persona! This one! Persona! Feel my rage!
Come on!
You pig!
Let's get this over.
I am thou.
Persona. Thanatos Picaro. Doors of Hades.
What's wrong?
Persona!
Scared?
Go!
Let's get this over with.
Persona! How's this?
This'll hurt. Yeah, keep smiling.
This is my other
buddy.
self. Prepare yourself.
Here I go! Speed up!
Let's get this over with.
Persona.
know it's
Persona!
It's trial and error time.
Athena Picaro! Ravage them!
Here we go! Do us proud! Come on! This one's free! Now that's style! Now then.
I'm sorry.
Joker, there's a treasure chest. We can get more money.
Oh!
It's somewhere.
Sometimes I get the strange urge to clean when I visit a friend's room.
It may appear to be a mess, yet in truth be completely functional. This interior, who designed its aesthetics?
Why did I give up? You're surrounded! 3 enemies!
Take this!
Persona! Firing!
Looking good! Joker beat 2 enemies! Use my persona! No holds barred! Finish it for me!
Or you're gonna die,
Persona!
young kid.
Tenacious.
Persona! Huh. Last one!
Come!
Get him!
You're mine.
Ooh, Joker!
Not
You're
moving
looking
muscle.
cool!
Dumbass!
Let's go.
They're done for! Persona! Prepare yourself! Seems it can still fight!
I am thou. Surprisingly tough.
An enemy's frozen! Let's shatter it in one strike! Eat this!
Hold on. You can't do this! Here. How's that? Bye!
We all did great, huh? Just like I thought.
Okay. We've reached the... There's a shadow.
Oh!
You guys look pretty cool, but my thief outfit is...
Joker, there's a treasure chest. We can...
Oh!
Guys, girls, and a cat all in weird suits. I wonder what people would think of this.
Not
Is that a rare one? Don't let it get away!
Persona! You're mine.
Persona! Finish it for me!
Let's go. Surprisingly tough.
Let's do this! Carmen! Amazing, Panther! Don't move!
That's a new one, isn't it?
I've awakened to a new power!
Okay.
I'll just add this.
Then... Then... Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm strong. I'm the most powerful. And no matter what you throw my way, you won't put a scratch on me.
Persona! Go down!
Joker, you missed? Persona! How about this? For real? Persona! Out of our way! Come on, Queen! Next time. The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Not bad.
Fox, you gotta aim! Queen's
Let's go.
mad and really scary. Please calm down.
Let us end it.
Joker, you missed? Persona! Eat this! Rise up, Panther! Come on, Queen!
I am thou.
I lend it!
Fox, you gotta aim! Everyone, are you okay? Focus on healing up! Oh, that's a big help. Fox is angry. Calm down. Listen. This one. Rise up, Panther. What's my next move? Come on, Queen!
What?
Fox, you gotta aim!
It's up
Fox
to you.
got taken out! Medic!
Calm down. Persona! Asterius Picaro! Die!
Joker, you missed?
I told you it's useless. There's no way you can win against me.
Look at him, acting all smug because of his cheats. We can't do anything to him at this rate, though. Let's retreat for now and rethink our approach. Right!
Well,
I'm very sorry.
Guess we gotta do it.
Did they sneak up on you? No!
Come!
We'll need to attack with extra oomph to get out of this one.
Die! Die!
Defeated! All right, Joker! Yes! Victory! Just like I thought.
okay.
That was a...
They spotted us. Don't let them call for backup.
Okay, there's a...
There's a treasure chest. Come.
Oh! Oh!
I found an interesting magazine the other day. I ended up subscribing.
A subscription? Such luxury. Excellent.
There's an enemy. Be careful.
By the way, you did all the necessary...
Oh, mister. Doing good? Oh.
There's the platform. Shadow identified. Awaiting Joker's orders.
We've reached the platform. There's a treasure chest.
There are shadows lurking around. Don't let your guards down.
Bring it! I'll take them all!
Oh, mister!
We reached the...
All right.
True dat.
Let's get them! Hey, hey! Nice! Yes! No. Hey, hey!
Let's do it.